All right, look like I'm live. For those who already joined or are joining me, please message a couple words here so that you can hear me, so I know that I am actually live. This is really new to me. My name is Tatiana. Welcome. Yes, I can see first thumb up. Very nice. Very good. So just for the quality of the video, I would like to double check first if everybody can hear me well. Just say a couple words or give me a couple thumbs up. Can you see me well? Hello, hello. Couple people waving, couple people starting watching. I can hear you. Perfect. Good morning, everybody. That's great. So this is a very new thing for me, and I'm super excited to do this class with you together. My name is Tatiana, for those who are just joining and not aware what we're doing here together. I assume you are aware, but I'm here in my small yoga studio here in Baraboo. And we're about to start a very basic classic beginner yoga class. So as far as I understood the statistics of the event, we're gonna have a big group here, about 200 people who said that they're joining the class, and then more than 1,000, like 1,300 people who said who is interested. So I'm really excited to do this. Not nervous at all. But it's gonna be fun, and we're gonna do it together. So for the purpose of setting up, I do recommend to have your mat ready. I'm gonna lean back and you can see my mat here. I do recommend to set up your mat perpendicular towards mine, okay? And I do recommend to take a couple of blankets with you, because we're gonna start in the seated position. We're gonna do a couple breathing exercises. In general, it would be like 3 to 4 different breathing exercises that we're gonna do. And for the quality of the class, I'm gonna be offering basically very standard yoga poses, basic stretches, all 6 movements of the spine. There are a lot of students of mine who are joining right now, but then there will be a lot of people who are friends of friends whom I don't know or barely know, and there will be a lot of new people whom I don't know. And I don't know what your experience in yoga. Some of you who are trying this yoga class for the very first time. So I'm gonna give you a lot of modifications. And for those who done yoga before with me, my students who are joining me, you know what to expect from yoga class. Feel free to spice it up, make it your own way. Okay, we are about ready to start. So I do recommend to grab a couple of blankets to sit on, something that you can elevate your hips. So I'm having a bolster, a couple of blankets, or a couple of pillows. You can use the cushion of the couch. It's easy on the hips, so that when your hips are a little bit higher than your knees, it's gonna be easy on your lower back as well. Okay, so I assume everybody is getting settling. If you don't have a yoga mat, by the way, it's okay. You can practice on a towel or a blanket, as long as it's not slippery. So that's something to be aware of too. Okay. The breathing part, we're gonna start with very basic mindful breathing exercise, then gradually we're gonna offer you to blend into very specific breathing exercise that will help you to, excuse me, to balance out the energies in your body, to bring a little bit more of a harmony and a little bit more of that peace into your body, especially in the times that we're all here together, gathering in the time of stress and then the anxiety building up. There's a lot of frustration, maybe even anger, a lot of stress. So the techniques that I'm offering you is going to be the techniques that you can use on a daily basis to help yourself to balance and ground yourself and root yourself. So there are 2 breathing techniques to start, and then before officially we'll start like they're actually doing, they're practicing it, I'm gonna offer you one more breathing exercise that will help you to be in the process through the whole main part of the yoga class. It's a technique called Ujjayi. Ujjayi breath is a nice humming breath where you're creating a lot of vibration in the back of the throat, stimulating your immune gland, your thyroid here. So when you're breathing, it's the sound that you're gonna create on the back of the throat that it's create the vibration, okay? So it's a humming sound. Sometimes they're comparing the sound to a waves or a sound of a bumblebee flying. So, and based on how strong you're practicing Ujjayi or how smooth and soft, you can work on balancing the energies too. So if you're doing a soft and quiet humming sound, it's almost like you're trying to fog the mirror, then the quieter and then easier the energy would be. But in the heat of your experience, when you were gonna start doing some standing postures, you might feel like crank it up, that energy, and boosting the energy, and you're doing much more strong and powerful Ujjayi. So it's a, and then exhale. So the vibration you're creating on inhale and exhale as well. In, and then exhale. So that's going to be in the process. I'll cue you when you're going to start working on your Ujjayi. For now, we're ready to start. Get comfortable in the cross-legged seated position and engage with your spine and open up with the chest. Create a little bit more of that stretch through your front. And then maybe doing a couple of rolls with the shoulders to remain that opening. And when you're ready, you pull the shoulders back and down. All right, let's all together close your eyes. We're starting with centering. You're starting bringing awareness into your body. Awareness into the presence of this moment. Awareness of external sensations. I'm playing a light background music. I hope you hear it, so you might hear that. You hear the sound of my voice. If your eyes are closed, you're still aware that there is a lighting in the room. There is a certain temperature in the room. And present internal sensations. How your physical body feels. What's going on in your body. What do you feel in certain areas of your back, hips, shoulders. And then, very important part is awareness of your breath. Here, we're starting with the mindful breathing. Means that you're paying attention to each breath that you take, each inhale and exhale. This itself, mindful breathing, is very helpful in the times that we're all facing together. So pay attention to the quality, length, and depth of each inhale and exhale. How it flows, how it starts, how it ends. How would you describe this breathing right now? You're not judging anything, you're just becoming aware. For example, if it feels short or tight, state it the way it is. My breath feels short. And my goal today for everybody at the end of the class, to release that sensation. So with that, as you're paying attention to the inhale and exhale, starting making each breath just a tiny bit smoother and longer. A little bit fuller, but not overwhelming. It's still very pleasant. It feels refreshing when you're inhaling. And when you're exhaling, brings you the sense of calm and ease. It's longer and deeper, but not too much that it feels like you are going to the opposite direction. Paying close attention. This is very important. For those who are really new to it, it might well take a while to figure out how to stay just on the breath and awareness of the breath without allowing your mind to wander. And if it is, just kindly, when you notice that it's somewhere else, bringing it back. Now, pay attention to little pauses between the inhale and exhale. A little pauses between exhale and inhale. You can even start adding a little bit of a hold at the end of your inhale, a little bit of a hold. And then exhaling, release, and then slight pause at the end of your exhale before you're starting your inhale again. Again, don't overstay your welcome. Make sure it feels pleasant and enjoyable. It's not about the force. The power comes with a tender approach. One of my favorite phrases is, nothing can be stronger than tenderness. So now I'm going to offer you a technique that it's going to be gradually merging from the first one, and it's called 4-7-8 breath. As I am continue talking, still breathing with that awareness, with the slow breath in, pause, breath out, pause, and just listen. So we're gonna do the breath in when I'll cue, when we'll start. On the count of 4, we're gonna inhale. We're gonna hold the breath on the count of 7. And then when you're ready to exhale, I'm gonna be counting 8. And you're exhaling with a nice sound, nice and long exhaling. It only 4 rounds, and it actually takes sometimes just that 4 rounds of the breath. It's a very powerful technique to slow things down for you, to release a certain, like negative emotion or anxiety that you're experiencing in your body. The rest of the yoga practice will continue boosting that, helping you to build up the energy and then release and let go of any energy that is no longer needed. So as you're breathing, you're still with your awareness of the breath and that smooth inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Tune in for the next inhale so we can do it together. Let's begin. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sigh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Regular breath. Regular breath, noticing the change. If you're feeling slightly lightheaded, there is a lot of oxygen that we are working with, a lot of oxygen in your brain receiving right now. So smooth it out, calming yourself down. And then from here, we're gonna start our first body movement. So we still remain in the cross-legged position. If it's too much still for you, then feel free to stretch the legs, okay? I'm gonna start with the neck. Just turn the head and looking over your right shoulder. And you're doing a half circle with the chin going down on the chest. Exhale, looking out to the left side. Keep going. Half circle, chin down on the chest. Inhale, side. Half circle, chin down on the chest. Inhale, side. Keep your spine tall. Let it be about the neck right now. So let it be a neck motion. Relax your shoulders. Starting feeling your first movements for the neck, and maybe first kind of a little bit of a sound and then cracks from the neck as a sign that you're starting moving it. You're starting moving the spaces between the vertebrae in your cervical spine. Good. Now bring the head back into the middle and then doing the same breathing exercise but tilting. Exhalation, tilt to the side with one ear. Inhale, center. Exhalation, side. So now I'm tuning into my ujjayi. In. Nice sigh. In. And a sigh. Relaxing your shoulders. Keep going. If my speed is too fast for you, slow it down. Okay, keep going. Exhaling. Once again, ujjayi is that humming breath that you're creating with a little bit of a closing constriction part of the back of the mouth, creating vibration in the throat area. Good. Returning back into the middle. Couple rolls with the shoulders. Bring the shoulders up, bring the shoulders forward, and exhale down. With your humming breath in, exhalation down. Up. Exhalation, forward, down. Inhale, forward, down. One more time. Reversing, shoulders up, back, exhalation down. Working and opening your chest. Inhale, up, shoulders back and down. Keep going. Inhale, exhaling. Now, open up with the chest. Take the hands behind you. Pull the arms away from your back body. We're going to pull a little bit away, so we're going to start being more visual. Taking the hands behind you, interlace. Squeeze the shoulder blades and arching a little bit with the front. You're still in the seated position. And then from here, do a little bit of a motion side to side. Starting opening your chest here, opening your shoulders. There's going to be one tapping exercise that I'm going to offer you in the moment to continue creating more energy in your chest. Often we hold anxiety and stress in our area of the chest and heart, okay? So release and shake it off. Get your fingertips ready, and we're going to work with the sternum right here. We are tapping along the sternum up and down. Underneath the sternum, we have a thymus, adrenal gland running, and it produces a white blood cells. Its purpose is to fight with all the viruses, fight with all the, colds and the flus. Feel free to travel a little bit through your collarbones. This exercise is recommended to do daily, 20 to 30 seconds, just to create a boost of the energy. Keep going, just a little bit more. Breathing, exhale. Very good. And then shake it off. I'm gonna go into my mat now. So we're gonna start the whole body stretches. Last parts here in the cross-legged seated position. We're gonna start the arm flow. Inhale, arms over. And a nice side release in the arms. Inhale, arms over. I'm doing my ujjayi. And a nice sigh. Inhale. Again, if it's too fast for you, slow things down. A nice ujjayi. We're going into twists. Inhale, take your arms over. I'm pulling you aside. Your left hand goes to your right knee. Turn the head back. Relax your shoulders. Inhaling, center, arms over. And twisting out to your left side. Turn the head back. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, we'll repeat a couple more times. Stretch. Exhalation, right side twist. Rotation is coming from your mid-spine. Inhale, center. And then exhaling. It's our flowy warm-up. Inhale, up. We're going 2 rounds of lateral stretches. Walking the right hand out, take your left arm up and overhead. Nice grounded sit bones in your hips. On the following inhale, take your arms over, maybe even look up, stretch your front. Left hand goes down, right arm over, grounded right hip. Inhale, center. 1 more round to your right, exhaling, humming breath. Inhale, center. Exhalation. Coming up. And then we're going to walk the hands forward and walk the legs back. So we are coming into a tabletop position, hands and knees. And I'll start explorations here on the free flow. So your neck, your spine, your hips going in any direction that feels good. Listening to your body, to your intuition. And then let it guide you into your first spinal movements here as well. You're going to get the toes involved, curled, press back. If your knees are not happy, remember you can always take a blanket and cushion your knees. Good. And from here, we're going to walk the hands a little bit more forward, spreading the fingers nice and wide, creating nice opening rotations and the shoulders out. Curl the toes behind you and gradually bring your way up. We're coming into inverted V or down dog. And then starting the bicycles here with the legs as well. Bring one heel down, another heel down. A little bit of a sways with the heel side to side. With your booty a little bit, with the torso. Have you seen the dog coming out of the water? Shake it off, the torso like this. Like the dog would do. And then a little bit of a yeses and nos with the head. And slowly walking the feet forward and next exhale to the front, forward bend. If you have a hard time to reach the floor, it's not about reaching the floor in this case. It's about being heavy in the lazy, so-called lazy ragdoll forward bend. So I keep my knees soft and I'm allowing my head, my spine to relax and drop in my forward bend. Here you can do a little bit of a sways and movement side to side as well. Just explore your first inversion of the day. Take your time. Right. And we will get those spinal movements going for you with first flexion and extension of the spine. So planty bend knees. You're going to start with a round back and a vertebra by vertebra, rolling yourself upward on next inhale. When you're coming up, take your arms up over and stretch your body, lengthening. With the juiciest side, we're going to drop down from the hips, soft knees with the straight back. Down and exhale. Good. Bend your knees more around the spine, vertebra by vertebra, rolling yourself upward. On the following inhale, take your arms up and over with the planty bend knees, hinging from the hips with the straight back, dropping. Exhale. Spine roll one more time. Inhale, rolling gradually. Take your arms up over, lengthening and stretching your front. And last time, dropping forward. Okay, so coming to half lift. Half lift is mean that you're trying to keep your back straight. You're drawing your shoulders back, keeping your strong belly here, still soft knees, little pause, and then those sides into forward bend will be as a sequence now. So we'll speed it up a little bit here. Exhale, dropping. Half lift, inhale. Dropping down, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Dropping. This is good for bringing the energy into your body. Inhale. And dropping. Another pause in your forward bend. Relax your head.
Good. And we're proceeding with the first hip openers. So right leg will be on top of the mat, stepping left leg back down on the mat, coming into a high lunge. Fingertips, high lunge. If it's asking too much, release your left knee. You can always use the blanket to cushion your knee. Okay, try to create a nice stance here as you're starting bringing your heart forward and then dropping with the hips and creating nice, long, extended hip. There is a stretch through the crown, through the sternum forward. There's a stretch from the tailbone, and then through the heel on the high lunge or through the knee down into the floor. I'm going to switch sides. I'm going to step your left foot forward into the forward bend, and right leg goes back. And then again, you're working on deepening your lunge and bring your heart forward. Again, kneeling position. Sometimes we ended up having the knee over the ankle right here. There is some stretch in it, but you will get more in the hip position if you're going to get 90 degrees angle. For now, this is good enough. There's a short sequence here. I'm going to step back to the front, forward bend. And now, from the hips with the straight back, take the arms up and overhead, rising up and closing with the prayer. Beautiful. All right, proceeding. Inhale, take arms over. Hinging from the hips, soft knees, forward bend. We're coming to half lift, means that your back is flat, strong core. Exhalation, dropping down. We're going to step your left leg back, and we're going to spin back, heel, and come into side standing. So the toes of the right foot will be looking forward, your front heel looking to the arch of your left foot. It's about 45 degrees angle with the left foot in. Take arms out to the sides. As you start engaging from the hips forward, you're bringing the torso forward, the hips moving back. Front knee remains soft but straight. Okay, this itself already quite a deep of a stretch for your inner thigh muscles, for your hamstrings right here in the back. Right, and when you're ready, we're going to release your right hand down on the knee. Knee. If it's knee, then it's a little bit, you need to be more aware so you're not pressing too hard. You can go lower in the shin bone area and taking the left arm out towards the ceiling. So classical triangle. While you're working here on deepening the position, you're working from rooting yourself down and then starting growing and lengthening a little bit more through the legs. Inner thighs connected, engaged here, lengthening through your front body, opening through your heart. If you're comfortable looking up, if not, look forward or down. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Overdrive breathing here. As you're facing forward, squaring the hips, framing your foot with your hands back, heel up, and we're going to switch sides. You're going to step your left foot forward and stepping right leg back, right leg back. So now toes of the left foot looking straight forward, right foot goes in. We take the arms out to the sides and starting gradually hinging from the hips forward. Okay, we're reaching your potential here, so seeing how far you can go, starting feeling it from the left leg muscles. Nice. Your right leg is your anchor, is your grounded, rooted state here. And then when you're ready, releasing left hand down. If you need to stay higher, be my guest, stay higher, as long as you're not cranking at the knee here. Okay, so keeping a nice open stretch. There, triangle through the legs. There's a nice triangle that you're creating between the spine, left leg, and the arm here. So try to keep your lines sharp and clean, beautiful, open, breathable posture. You're breathing in it. This is important. When it comes to yoga, magic comes together with a combination of poses, breathing, and then your mindful approach to it. So being in the moment, being in the now. For now, this is good. We're gonna finish our short sequence as you're facing the front, back heel up, squaring the hips, stepping right foot forward, completing from the forward bend with a straight back. Inhale, rise up, and closing with the prayer. Beautiful. Let's proceed with next one. Inhale, take arms over. Exhalation, hinge you from the hips and folding down. Coming to half lift. And then dropping down, exhaling. Stepping left leg back. We're gonna go into a high lunge again or kneeling lunge, and we're proceeding with the twist here. So I'm gonna give you a modified version first. Left hand down, right arm up. You turn it to the right, both knees looking straight forward, inner thighs engaged. So here is your higher lunge position. Now for those who are willing to experiment even more, please be kind and be mindful with yourself. If something that I'm offering you is not working for you, skip that. So you can go into your higher twist. So left hand on the right knee, right in the sacrum, or you can proceed with extended arms. Here's your kneeling variation as well. So let it be a twist from your mid-spine again. From the navel up, you're twisting here. Good. Now, if you're starting feeling juices flowing, breathe through it. Accepting your positive, great, wonderful challenge. Nice, a little bit more length through your arms, through your fingertips. A little bit more length by bringing the navel into the spine and growing up through the crown. One last inhale. Exhalation, releasing. We're going to take your hands down, and we're going to take that right leg and slide it behind you, and then open up through the side body and down dog. Here's variation. Left knee down, and just hip opening your tabletop, or down dog variation. Looking underneath the right armpit and reaching high through your right knee, but at the same time reaching through the left hip up. Good. Active feet, active hands, fingers spread, toes spread. Very good. And we're coming to a plank next. So just in the stance, the high plank where your hips are in line with the shoulders. You can modify. Here's your kneeling plank. Okay? So from here, we're going to lower down. Let's do the gentle approach. So from a high plank, rocking your toes forward, releasing the knees, uncurl the toes, elbows by sides, gradually, slowly lower. Watching your lower back. So if you need to have a little bit of a gentler approach, come up with your heart forward and create a little bit of a back bend, elbows by your sides. Come up a little bit higher or the highest point. I call them baby cobra, teenage cobra, adult cobra. Watch the lower back. If it's cranks, like this is on purpose, I'm cranking. It's not pleasant on the lower back. Bringing the navel in, and it brings stability into your lower back by lengthening through your tailbone back towards the heels. All right, let's all together taking a break. Knees open, toes together, press all the way back, and then relax with your head, relax with your forms. For those of you who at home want to spice it up a little bit, feel free to do a little bit of a flow, plank, cobra, down dog. So a couple of things here. If you rather stay in a down dog and chill there for 3 to 5 breaths, be my guest. This is your practice. You're creating this practice for yourself. Mindful approach and the breathing come together in whatever you do in practice. For those who are together here with me in the child pose, setting up nicely for the down dog, spread the fingers, rooting your palms here, curl the toes, bring your rear up, and slowly walking the feet forward, forward bend. Inhale, rise up mountain. Exhalation, prayer. Keep on breathing. Inhale up. Hinge you from the hips, folding down, forward bend. Half lift, inhale. Dropping down as you're stepping your right leg back down along the mat. Again, I'm offering several variations here. Stick to your option. Variation now lower, lunge twist, right hand down, twist into the left. It could be also from the kneeling variation. There's a lot of power coming from the gentler postures for sure. Squeeze your inner thighs, bring your heart forward. Here's the next option, is doing the high twist. I'm gonna do it from a kneeling variation now so you can see that you can do this way too. Or actually stretching and opening up your arms. For those who wants to do a little bit more, this is your high lunge twist right here. Again, twist from your lower ribs to the left. Right arm leaning forward, left arm extended back. Navel in and grow. Nice, breathe. Breath of integrity. With each inhale and exhale, find the balance between the action and ease. Harmony and balance in the breath, in your physical body, in your mind. Okay, facing forward, hands down. Kick with the left leg behind you, open up through the side, looking underneath the left armpit. Again, reminding you can do a kneeling variation. This is your gentler approach. You remember that you can take a break at any time, right? Kind and mindful approach. Good. Left knee reaching, right hip reaching if you're in an inverted lateral stretch, inverted down dog. And from here, inhaling, coming to a plank. Okay, high lunge plank or kneeling plank, your options. Good. And then for those who knows what chaturanga, yogic push-up is, you can go through it. Otherwise, rocking your toes forward, releasing the knees and curl the toes, elbows by your sides lower. Choosing your back bends. Okay, make sure your lower back is feeling safe. Looking over the shoulders, maybe doing a little bit of a dance. Choose child pose or down dog to stretch. As you're breathing, send your breath all the way down through your spine. Try to start your inhale actually from your tailbone, from your kidneys area. And then visualizing how the breath stretches every space between the vertebrae. It elongates the spine. Use your down dog. All right, for those who are in the child pose, bringing the rear up gradually, tailbone up and back, and slowly walking the feet forward, coming to forward bend. Inhale, rise up mountain. And nice side, breathing energy to your heart. Great. Shake it off a little bit. We're going to do one more sequence here together. So it's going to be a goddess. So at a certain point, you're going to be facing me. If your mat is perpendicular, you can just feel free to step off from the mat and either side. Starting on top of the mat. Inhale, take arms up, over. Exhalation, coming into a chair position. So your weight moves back. You want to see your big toes when you're looking down. Arms with your ears. There is a nice solid support coming from the front to keep the strong back. And when you're ready, stepping left leg back, spinning back heel in, coming to warrior two. Warrior two right here. So front knee, right knee looking forward is in line with the ankle. The depth is also counts here, so you can be on easier stance, shorter, but really get the difference if you're gonna get the deeper stance. All right, so keeping the right hip looking down, peaceful warrior, inhale, taking right arm over. Nice opening here through your chest. Exhalation, hinging from the hips. Resting right elbow on the knee, taking left arm up in overhead, side lunge, body stretch. Good. Working on opening your chest a little bit, rotating through your heart. Not falling with the leg though. The leg stays out. It's open, the inner thigh work, but there is a chest opening. Grab your imaginary rope on the next inhale, lifting yourself up. Turn the toes out, so feel free to face me here. Toes on the both feet about 45 degrees angle. We're going to do a very juicy breath work here together. Turn the palms open. And then as you sink into a deep squat, bring the elbows in the line here. Exhale, palms in. So we're going to speed it up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Nice. So this is more powerful ujjayi that I was talking about. Inhale. Juices, energy. One more time. Sit down into goddess. A little bit of a framework here. So keeping the tailbone looking down. Continue stretching through your sternum up. Continue lengthening through the crown up. Frame in the shoulders. Nice, stable, grounded feet. Good. We're gonna go through the flow. On inhale, coming up, facing forward, hands on the front of the mat. Step your right foot back, adjusting into the setup for the plank. I'm doing a gentle approach again. For those who is doing the stronger version, be my guest. Rocking your toes forward, releasing the knees and curl the toes. Elbows going sides lower. Choosing your back bend option. And then I would offer you to go to down dog, but I would like to do a stretch here for the shoulders in a child pose. So as you're pressing back into the child, I'm going to face you so you can see. I'm going to take your right arm underneath the left armpit, and you're going to drop, allowing the weight of the body to help to stretch. So it's this one. So right arm through, straight elbows. If it's asking too much, just simply don't do it. Melt into the stretch. Reconnect with your breath again. And observe how this feels. Nice. Wait for the next inhale. Switching sides. Bringing the left arm through. And an exhalation, dropping. So your chin will be wrapping your upper arm. Yeah, your head drops. Again, for those who are having a little bit of issues with the shoulders, be kind, be mindful. Try not to overdo it. You can just simply stay in your child pose and be just in an easy, neutral version. So more breaths. Ahead of us is final sequence, and then we'll start cooling things down. Go ahead and release back into neutral. Set up for a down dog. Curl the toes, bring your rear up, and slowly walking the feet forward, forward bend. Inhale, rise up mountain. And the prayer. Left side sequence, we're on the top of the mat. Inhale, come up. Coming into a chair position, looking down at your toes. Strong legs, strong core. When you're ready, stepping your right leg back, spinning back heel in, arriving to your side body opening. Try to keep your torso nice and perpendicular down to the floor. Knee in line with ankle, inner thigh open. Peaceful warrior next. Inhale. And your Ujjayi breath continues, reaching forward, resting left elbow on the knee, taking right arm up and overhead. Again, try to create the side body opening. So your heart turns to the ceiling. Neck, if it's uncomfortable looking up, looking forward or down. Nice. Grab an imaginary rope, lifting yourself upward, turn the toes up, about 45 degrees angle. Again, feel free to face me. A little bit of that breath work again. Turn the palms open. And then when you sink, palms in. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. More. Sink deep. And then deep squat. A little bit of a shoulder work here as well. Taking hands and knees, you might really be able to sink deeper because of that. And working on rotating from the shoulder, it goes inward. Elbow, palm rotates, and you kind of like working on the pulsation by bringing the shoulder and elbow down to the floor. You're feeling the stretch across your back. Meanwhile, your hips, yeah, working a lot, quads working a lot. Go ahead and switch sides, bring another shoulder elbow in, pulsations. Inhale, coming up. Good, facing forward, hands on top of the mat, feet back. Last part, plank, cobra, down dog or child. Your variations, I'm gonna go with the child around the once, and then release. Those are repetitive movements already. And a child pose or down dog. Everybody has their own level. For those who are first timers, this could be already asking too much. So please be mindful, be in That moment where you are aware how far you can go with your stretches, when you need to back off and when you need to pause. Let's walk the feet forward, forward bend. And inhale, rise up mountain. Accession prayer. Just to make things a little bit more fun, last standing position. As you shake it off, it's going to be our tree pose. Okay, so we're going to rock on the right foot, spreading the toes. If you are not big friends with balancing positions in general, come to the wall space or have a chair next to you, or grab on the sofa back so that you can hold on to something. Bring left knee forward. When you're ready, you bring the weight to your right. Open up the knee out. I'm going to give you a modified version. So the foot to the ankle, toes on the floor. So it's already balanced. The higher you're going, if you're doing the knee, don't press too hard, the more you challenge yourself. The highest position would be foot to the inner thigh. And you can start with the hands in the heart, hands in the hips. That line between the hips is parallel to the floor. Or you can grow your tree upward and relax your shoulders. It's important to work with your focal point. It's called drishti. So grasp your gaze on one steady, stable spot in front of you. So you're not looking directly at me. If I'm losing the balance, your focal point will be also not as stable. Few breaths. Beautiful. Slowly release. Shake it off. This ankle, right ankle, works a lot in the balance, so do a little bit of a circulations. You bring the neutralizer into the ankle right now. Okay, so go ahead and set up and then try to find your rooted, grounded connection to your left foot. As you're rocking, you're trying to feel your heel, your corners of the foot, your balls of the foot. Remember, toes are playing a big role in your balance as well. Bring the right knee forward, open the knee out. Maybe walking the foot higher. For those who practice it on a regular basis, you know what you're doing. For those who need a little bit of assistance, hold down on the wall, chair, okay? So neutral connection with the hips and your position of your arms. Practicing vriksasana, vrshasana, sometimes people call it. Tree pose. You're becoming a tree. For a moment, you can even imagine and visualize how you're rooting your feet, how you're grounding the balls of the feet into the earth, and therefore receiving a lot of energy from it. Very nice. Slowly release. Shake it off with the legs, doing a little bit of circulation for that ankle. Shake it off with the wrists. Okay, and let's all together sit down. How about a couple twists here? So, starting with your left leg extended and right knee to the belly. You're trying to keep your straight and open front body, long spine. You can remain the foot in front or going a little bit across and stepping over, grounding the foot. Left hand hugging the knee. If you could go for more elbow crease hugging, I would say this would be the comfort zone for majority of us. If your shoulder and outer leg will allow you, you can take outside elbow to the knee and turn the head back. So work on lengthening as you're twisting and turn the head and looking over your right shoulder. Keep the bottom leg active, flex foot, toes up. So think of little nuances that you can add into your stretch. Very good. And slowly release. Shake it off with the legs a little bit. And go to the other side. Bring the left knee in. Have the bottom leg nice and extended. Keep the foot in front or going across.
Lengthening once more and extend to your front. Choose your variation to twist. Right hand hugging, elbow crease hugging, turning from your mid-spine, from your lower ribs to the left, turn the head to the left as well. Maybe outside elbow, maybe. So there are a lot of options, right? Listening, breathing, enjoying. If you're not enjoying, there is no point in all this experience. Pay attention to your long exhales here. Very good. And slowly release. Shake it off with the legs a little bit. I'm gonna come a little bit closer. So we're gonna do a little bit more of a shoulder neck again to almost to the end of our active yoga, and then we'll do some stretches on your back and then final resting position. So starting with bringing your right arm forward, rotate your thumb in, taking the arm around your back body towards the left hip, helping with the left hand. Draw your shoulders back and then lengthening here. Tilting the head towards the left shoulder and open up the right side of the neck. Relax that shoulder, draw it back a little bit too. Here, you can tune into your intuition and then doing a little bit of a yeses and nos with the head, with the chin. Something that feels good. Feeling it, the response inside. Very good. Inhale, bring your head back into the middle. Shake it off a little bit. Loosen up with the arms. Proceeding with the other side. Taking left arm forward. Rotate your thumb in. Taking it around towards the right hip and help with the right hand. Draw your both shoulders back and lengthening as well through the crown. Okay, tilting the head to your right. You're slowing things down so you can close your eyes and respond to your intuitive guidelines. Meaning that you might explore with the free movements, free neck movements. Very good. And slowly release. Shake it off a little bit, loosen up. Nice and relaxed, sway with your arms. They're long and heavy. Very, very nice. Go ahead and now lay down on your back body. I'm gonna stand, remain standing so it's easier to see what we're doing, but you go ahead and lay down on your back and just bring the knees towards the belly. All right, one knee in, another knee in, hug. Squeeze your knees and then do a little bit of a circulations with the knees. So you're just rolling the knees one direction, rolling your knees another direction. A few rolls. We are proceeding with final lateral stretches and the twists. So imagine I'm still laying on the floor. Go ahead and stretch your legs down. And take your arms over your head. We're going to create a shape of banana. There's a funny name for it, bananasana in yoga practice. So you're sliding the arms and the legs to your right along the floor. You're not lifting the shoulders or hips off the floor. It's just changing along the floor the curve of your body. Arms to the right, legs to the right. For a little bit more connection, grabbing your left wrist with the right hand and pull just a tiny bit more. Watch the shoulder. Try to relax and ground your shoulder down to the floor. Let it be more about relaxing rather forcing, softening. Observing the stretch here on the sides of the rib cage.
For the legs connection, feel free to cross your left ankle over the right. Good. So in the body and the side body, where you want to feel a little bit of a massage kind of technique here for the right side organs, a stretch for the left side body organs, stretch all the way through your hip, through your IT band. Good. On the next inhale, returning back in, you're neutral, arms overhead, legs stretched. You slide in the arms to the left. For a little bit more, grabbing your right wrist and pull. Crossing right ankle over the left, a little bit more connection here. Again, good squeeze in the left side body, good stretch in the right side body. Relax your right shoulder, relax your breath, relax your breath. On a following inhale, bringing back into the middle, close and twist. Go ahead and stretch your left leg down to the floor and bring the right knee in. Left hand on the outer right knee, going with the knee across, you're twisting, you're bringing the hip off the floor and taking your right arm out to the side and turn the head out to your right as well. Relax with your exhales here. Now, this is a process where you're calming yourself down, you're melting, you're grounding yourself. So this is not a stamina work anymore. This is about being relaxed. We're prepping yourself for the final, the most important posture in yoga practice, savasana, resting position. All right, returning back in, switch sides, left knee in, going with the knee across to your right, taking your left arm out and turn the head out to your left side as well. Good, relax into the stretch. If it's too intense on the shoulder, you can always back off. You don't have to twist as much from the spine here, so gently approach. Sometimes you can place the blanket under your hip to support yourself here as well. Very good. And slowly returning back in, giving legs a hug. Hug both knees to the belly once again. Rock and roll. And we're going to start sitting up for our final resting position. Resting position means that you're laying down flat on your back. I'm going to remain seated to guide you through final yoga nidra, also called yogic sleep technique. I would like you to set up so you can feel very comfortable. So you have blankets. Maybe slide one blanket under your knees to give them a little bit of a support. Maybe take another blanket under your head, creating like a small pillow position for yourself. If you feel a little bit cool, put your sweater back on, take your socks, put the socks on. Take a blanket and cover yourself with it. So I want you to feel really comfortable, really relaxed. And then as you settle, let's close your eyes. And taking a couple deep breaths and observe the results of our, let's call it action yoga. Noticing where your breath is now. Noticing how your physical body feels. How would you describe the energy level? And we're going to do a brief scan of your body. As I mentioned, it's one of your yogic nidra techniques. So I'll be inviting you to follow my lead. As I'm calling the part of the body, I'm going to ask you to bring your awareness into this area and start relaxing this area. So starting with your feet, bring awareness to the arches of the feet, to the balls of the feet, your toes, tops of the feet and ankles. And relaxing all the bones, all the joints, all the muscles in your feet and ankles. Continue scanning your mindful approach here as you are bringing a wave of relaxation into your shins, into your calf muscles, into your knees. Starting relaxing with the lower part of your legs. The wave moves upward as we are connecting to your quadriceps, to your big muscles of your legs, to your hamstrings in the back, your femur bones, your hip joints, and feeling both legs long and heavy as they're getting more and more grounded and relaxed. Bring awareness now into your hands, connecting to your palms, to your fingers, top of your hands and your wrists. Starting relaxing them. Shifting awareness into your forearms, into your elbows next. And feel how they're responding. Upper arms are relaxing now. Shoulders are relaxing. You're feeling both arms and hands now longer, heavier, and more relaxed. Now awareness shifts to your pelvis, starting relaxing with your lower back and your lumbar spine. Relaxing with your lower abdominal muscles, softening and relaxing your reproductive organs within. The wave moves upward as we are relaxing the muscles along the mid-spine, softening your upper belly area, connecting to your solar plexus, to your diaphragm within, to your digestive system. Connecting to your upper back, softening the muscles between the shoulder blades, all the muscles around the shoulders, all the muscles between the ribs. And as you're observing your breath, feeling the breath massaging and relaxing your lungs and your heart. Now the whole torso is relaxed. Connecting now to your little muscles of your neck, your throat, your neck area. Proceeding with the facial muscles, relaxing with your forehead, your worry spot, the spot between the eyebrows, relaxing little muscles around the eyes. Go through the bridge of the nose, cheeks, lips, mouth, tongue, allowing your jaw to slacken. Relaxing with your ears and the space behind them. Softening the thin layers of the muscles around your scalp, finally reaching your brain, and then responding as a response, relaxing your nervous system. The whole body is relaxing now. The whole body is relaxing now. The whole body is completely relaxed. Very good. So as we're running just a slightly past 11, just want to say it for those who are in a hurry, that's the time. For those who have still plenty of time for themselves here, we're going to do a really gradual transition. Bring awareness to your breath once again and start deepening the breath. Taking each breath a little bit more fuller into your body. Deep breath in and a nice sigh. Deep breath in and a nice sigh. As you're proceeding with the little wiggles in the fingers and the toes, doing a little bit of wrists and ankle circulations. Go ahead and take your arms overhead and stretch your entire body, lengthening, pointing, stretching. Then pulling your both knees into the belly, give them a lovely hug, squeeze. And then gradually start rolling into your right side to the fetal position, to the right side. And from that right side, press the floor away with the left hand and gradually bring yourself upward to seated. Good. Finding a tall, straight spine. Keep a nice and relaxed body. That it's kind of like relaxes from the tall, straight spine. Close your eyes for the last moment. Observing the results of yoga practice. Yoga means the practice of finding the union of the body, mind, and spirit. My hopes that you are finding yourself now at the end of the class with much more ease, much more relaxed state of your entire being. So from here, in closing by bringing hands to heart center, we're going to bow to each other and saying the word namaste means I'm honoring the light within your heart. So from my heart to yours, namaste. All right. Thank you everyone who joined the class here with me. I really appreciate you giving it a try. I'm super happy to reconnect with people who are actually moved out, who've been my students before, and then now they moved to other places. Like I can see Cindy right now joined. I was super happy to find out that there were a couple people from Belarus, from my native town. Namaste, Angie. From my native town, my native country, was able to join today, and I'm really excited about it. Thank you. There is a lot of thank yous right now from a lot of people.
So one thing to mention, if you're never done yoga before, or you first time did the yoga with me here, me and my gang, my other two instructors, are teaching yoga classes online on a regular basis. Every day there will be classes that we offer. So if you're really interested to join and participate, check out our website. It's allabout-you-studio.com. We're updating a lot of information on our Facebook page. A lot of events coming up. Me and Olga will be offering free classes, free yoga nidra classes every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. So all this information will be available on the website, on the Facebook. We have Instagram, we're on Twitter as well. We just launched, got the soft opening for our Patreon campaign. We're just in process of waiting right now to receive a good quality camera and computer to make a really good quality videos, so that we can proceed in doing that online yoga business, because it's just in this case, that's how we're gonna roll. We're like everybody else trying to stay afloat and do something about not just sitting around, but being here and then offering our services and serving you guys. So please leave your messages, your comments, your suggestions. Stay in touch, message us personally if you would like, through the Facebook or through the website. We just started the YouTube channel, so posted very few classes there. So it's all about you yoga. So please check it out, our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Thank you so much, everybody. Maybe I'll just stick for a minute or two, just in case if there is a couple questions right here on the spot. There's a lot of thank yous. I really appreciate it. It's like, it is my joy to share this with others. So really, really appreciate you giving it a try. A lot of thumbs up, a lot of thank yous from Olga. Olga is constantly sending, Olga is my another instructor. She's just constantly sending a lot of hearts. Thank you, my dear. Ginger Daily joined. Yay, Ginger. Susan, yes, thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate it. So stay tuned. We are, as I mentioned, constantly teaching the classes, so please join us. If you're a first timer, last thing, if you're a first timer and then want to continue taking classes from us, we are offering a very great deal, 30 days unlimited access for $30, and you can participate to all the classes within those 30 days with us, of course, right now through online. All right, Nestor, hi. Hello, everybody, thank you. Christine, thank you. All right, I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody. Namaste once again. Really, really appreciate it, from my heart to yours. Actually, sorry, I'm not saying goodbye, not yet, almost done. Worldwide meditation is offered right now to join in and raise the vibration, to fight with all this craziness that is going on in the world. It's suggested to stay tuned and connect to a high vibration and visualize the final result, how we come out of this craziness. And everybody's suggested to go at 12 o'clock on their time and meditate on the worldwide healing from all this that we are in, finding each other in this. Okay. Have a good day, everybody. Enjoy your day. And then now I have to figure out how to finish it. Here you go. Bye.